Leo, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. Always happy to have you here. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any other channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. I hope that things are going well for you always. When I am recording, we are just finishing up, wrapping up Sagittarius season, and about to move into Capricorn. We have one final new moon before the year closes out. We have a couple planets in retrograde right now, which really is just slowing the pace of things happening, especially when it comes to our wealth, our abundance. We're in this space. Uranus is making us deal creatively with what is in front of us, and not always the most fun, especially when we know we are wrapping something up, closing it out, leaving it behind, etc. There still is this call to handle it, right? Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't pretend it's not there. It's only going to come up to rear its beautiful head down the line. And I don't want that for you, right? So we'll start with an energy cleansing as always. Just set the tone for the reading, cleanse out any of that heavier stuff, heavier negative energy. It's also a really good time to set your own intention, which is an awesome way to personalize these collective readings. Any questions you want Spirit to answer or messages deliver, definitely give those over. Be open to receive. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing services like energy healing, Ayurvedic consultations, and I do readings, obviously. So if you want me to look at your specific situation, definitely hit me up. If you vibe with my energy, I would love to support and give love in whatever way possible. All that info to get in contact with me is in the description box below. All right, Leo, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. Amen. All right, Leo, let's get into it. So there is some tension building. It's part of I think sometimes this is just when we are in fire season. It just kind of like amplifies everything. Everyone gets a little pumped up, a little extra, and it's navigating that nitty gritty right now. Yes, there is support happening, but like I said, it's more about using your intuition, trusting your gut instincts, and not in a way to force your agenda, right? Like the ego, our pride is getting in the way a little bit right now, especially this week with the sun's square to Neptune, which basically means it's tensely aspected to Neptune. So our ego is really playing against, like I was saying, our intuition, not to be redundant. Okay, the Rainbow Prince, compensation, perseverance. So I do, and there's also this we really have to be mindful of who and what we are working with, what we are trusting, what we believe in, etc. Not to be fear-mongering by any means, but there is this snake charmer energy in the air. And when I see that Rainbow Prince, I feel like there is someone who's trying to overcompensate, or that's what you are kind of experiencing this week. Like someone who's maybe trying to right some of their wrongs, but not doing so in the most authentic way, right? The hungry ghosts, obsessions, scarcity consciousness, attachment. So how can we unplug ourselves from those things that we give too much power to, too much control to? It looks like you are coming from a time where you've made a lot of changes. I feel like you're still moving through some of this stuff, Leo. This is pretty normal for the collective in general because Pluto moved into Aquarius finally a couple weeks ago. And so now we are building, setting the stage for our future, for those ideals. Aquarius is all about connecting with our wish fulfillment, doing things maybe even a little uniquely, right? Like off the beaten path, not needing to please everyone. There we go, double confirmation. Not needing to please everyone and everything around you. Actually, it's better to please yourself right now, within reason. I mean, obviously, I never encourage any harm or negativity against self or others. But there is this value of taking care of yourself, right? Making sure that you're not becoming subservient to whatever these hungry ghosts are for you. It could be showing up in the form of a person, of an individual who, I don't know, I feel like either has caught your attention or maybe there's some type of fixation on this person, on this situation. There's not a lot of movement right now in the collective, so it feels a little annoying. Mars is in retrograde, which is that action potential. And so we keep hitting, or we have been for a minute, probably since a month or so now, we keep hitting these proverbial brick walls. And how annoying must that be for you when you've come from this place of like a lot of change, you've done a lot of growth, you're ready for the next thing. The map maker of destiny, I feel like this came up in Cancer's reading as well. And I feel like you're reevaluating, right? Like I feel like you are seeing these quote unquote hungry ghosts, right? The things that are coming in to kind of sidetrack you or throw you off course, and you're evaluating them differently. I do see you wanting to move through this, right? The other side of that rainbow prince is it offers us the perseverance. So it does look like you have the stamina and fortitude, but you are missing something right now. And this is like key information is what I'm seeing. Maybe you feel like a little ambiguous. Maybe you feel like you can't put time, energy towards anyone or anything right now because you don't have a vision. I don't know, like things aren't settled in your environment. You're still dealing with some fear, some anxiety, or someone trying to cultivate that is what I'm seeing. Yeah. Like someone who's very emotional or a situation that feels really unstable. There's a lot of mystery around it, i.e. like I feel like there's some deceit or there's some lies playing out or has in the past and you're really not sure what to believe. There's this part of you that really wants to vibe in this 10 of Pentacles energy, which I love for you this week, Leo, because that talks about how you are making your own destiny, i.e. you don't have to cave in, give in to all of the BS. You're looking for ways to be more grounded and stable and settled. Partnerships that actually work in that reciprocity. And as much as I think this is hard to see because I feel like in a lot of ways you feel like you're being held back. That's why it's hard to have a clear vision moving forward or someone keeps infiltrating. Yeah, just someone who's penalizing you is what I'm seeing, or a situation that's penalizing you. This is someone who refuses to work together, or they're being just like very difficult all across the board. And I don't know, like, I feel like your time, your energy, if you're in communication with this person situation, I feel like it's being taken. A lot of your time and energy is being taken. This person wants you to remain focused on them and is not afraid to kind of plot and plan in order to do so with this 7 of Cups. They're reacting out of pure emotion. And this is what I was talking about in the very beginning with that Sagittarian energy. It can be really annoying because if our ego is not appeased, then we can pop off. Then we can hit this space of, just kind of allowing emotions to rule and dictate and needing to react out of those. So try not to let that energy build up too much within yourself this week. Like I said, I see a lot of grounding. I see a lot of stability coming from your end, and you're not afraid to wait. Again, even though this is not easy to look at or deal with, contend with, you're still willing to do it. You know there is a reward at the end of this, Leo, but you just have to wait and see. And the worst thing we can do right now, and I am emphasizing this to all fire signs specifically because it's so counterintuitive, but the worst thing we can do right now is be reactionary. Not think things through. Patience is the name of the game. And it does look like you have that. It does look like you have that. However, I do feel like you're getting a little antsy, or maybe even like just a little bit bogged down, almost feeling like someone, yep, here we go. Yep, this is exactly what I'm talking about. King of Cups, the Devil, and 9 of Pentacles. It's almost like you're being penalized for focusing, paying attention on yourself. Someone doesn't like it. And, I feel like this person, they feel like just angry or emotional or constantly reacting out of that. This is what I was talking about in the very beginning. I feel like they're going to come back around or are making plans to do so. We see that with this 7 of Cups energy. I feel like they're going to re-engage, re-enter. It's very interesting because you know this. You can feel this. You don't love this energy, but at the same time, it's like you are also biding your time to see things come to full circle. But don't let that be your front and center focus this week, Leo, because a lot of this is about being able to detach. I feel like you have to be honest with yourself about this person's situation. Maybe you just need to take a step back and validate yourself, right? Like, this happened and this was shitty and I didn't deserve this, so that you can see a little bit more clearly. It's not that you can't, but I feel like you're giving someone or something too much of the benefit of the doubt. And it looks like it's still infiltrating, right? Maybe fixating, focusing on it too much. Yes, having a lot of disappointment. Yes, being bummed out with what it is, but at the same time, where is that getting you? Especially if you feel like you've been stuck in this energy for quite some time. Unfortunately, and I think with situations like this, sometimes they are just like the lessons. Sometimes they are the teacher, and we have to take it for what it is, right? We have to understand, recognize that, yeah, it's time to move forward. I love it. The cards never lie. Sorry, I can't see the tiny words. I'm trying. Yeah, awaken. I love this for you, Leo. So it's time to move forward. It's time to awaken to new possibilities. Use that scrutiny to understand, to give yourself more clarity. I feel like this is how the cycle is supposed to go, because like I said, this person's situation is coming in to overcompensate, to try to backtrack on what they did, what they said, how they acted, how they behaved. They're not really sure what move they're going to make quite yet, but they are thinking, they're deliberating, they're trying to figure out when and where to make moves. And that's their MO. That's totally fine, but it doesn't have to be yours, right? You have choices. And it's time to exercise those choices, i.e. exercise your power, so that you're not limiting yourself, you're not staying stuck in what has been, or even kind of just that residual like fight or flight, right? Where you feel like you're always on edge, or you have a lot of anxiety or worried about what's going to happen next, that type of vibe. You don't have to be there. I know it kind of feels like natural to some capacity, but that's what Spirit's saying, especially with this Eight of Swords. Don't block yourself. Don't limit yourself. You deserve better, and you have the choice. You have the choice. You have the power to move through. So, Leo, I really hope this helped. Thankfully, only the energy for this week. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I really enjoy hearing how it resonates, or just connecting, sharing in a little love, little TLC. I think I'm a little behind on my comments, so please forgive me. I really appreciate all the love and support you bring to the channel. Just know that I am sending that back your way.